I'd borrowed 11 homes and outgrown 10 guardians. All called me Toll, minus the delightful handful who'd preferred you or the girl. By my 4th guardian, the desert had become my true parent, and the stars burning across the night my counselors. Surrounded by charcoal-colored sand, I possessed experience and knowledge. But my desert stretched behind me now. Like the unblinking eye of an immortal starpalm, the retreating sun hovered between the spires of a city piercing the iron sky. Towering, unscalable white stone walls gleamed beneath afternoon light and overshadowed a colorful sea of awnings and stalls. Despite the late rains and unrest building since the war, city dwellers held the seasonal rain market. The distant trade route, a dangerous path slicing through the desert, guided groups of travelers carrying coin for market. I'd barely seen the trade route before. It didn't touch the remote villages I hailed from. And by the star palms, Srolo Kapir's description of the city's enormity hadn't prepared me for the tight, squirming feeling in my stomach. Why had I begged Srolo Kapir to let me be the messenger? Why had I declared that I was 19 winters old, trained harder in fire than all my classmates, even though they'd progressed levels ahead of me, and had proven my undying loyalty to the Desert Rebellion? He was my guardian and supposed to stop me from doing foolish things. But after his long stare, preamble for no, he'd shocked me by agreeing yes. Not only that, he'd also said, "Toll, you are ready." "Ready," I whispered. That word meant everything to me, even if we both knew it wasn't completely true. Srolo Kapir said important sympathizers to the rebellion lived inside this city. I would find them, and I would deliver the rebellion's message. Falling from among the stars and holding fire as strong and perfected as our blazing sun, a god was returning to Vedowa, like a page from ancient stories. This starpalm, reborn as a human, would overthrow the dynasty and its lifetime of tyranny, with a loyal rebellion rallying behind. The time was now. By delivering this message, I would start a war, and by proving myself ready, I would earn my place in the battle. I shouldered my haversack and pulled my traveling scarf, one meant for a man, tighter across my nose and mouth. May the city see a boy instead of me, thanks to my oversized robes, athletic build, and scarf hiding my long midnight curls. I grasped my staff and planted the end into the dust. Adrenaline coursed through my veins, and fire surged with it to my fingertips. Srolo Kapir's warning whispered through my mind. "Toll, do not wield unless your life depends on it." "I promise," I murmured, as if he were here, wishing he was here before I plunged across the desert toward the trade route. I reached the broad, dusty path and joined the other sojourners. It was a lighter crowd than normal, as Srolo Kapir had predicted. The recent conflict and price for water would have prompted them to leave their families at home. Many led stinking beasts of burden and cast me cautious glances before ignoring me. Everyone feared uprisers, or was one. But what could I be besides a village youth with my sun-bronzed skin, traveling to visit the festival, keeping a modest bag of coin to take something nice home to mother? The sun dropped a finger length by the time we reached the market, and I parted from the others to melt between the blessedly covered stalls. Jostling among humanity and goods, I kept my head low, pace slow, haversack close, and inhaled the scents of hot bread, souring juice, rich oils, and sweat. I held my breath, pushing through a group of hawkers murmuring to one another. I would have assumed city dwellers never bathed, except that I knew the rain market traditionally started at sundown. Curfews against the uprisings had forced the festival to begin at simmering midday. And if I didn't get inside before curfew, I'd be stuck spending the night out here among thieves, which was unthinkable, considering the message I carried. This risk was one of 3 reasons why Srolo Kapir almost forbade me to go. I heard the loud conversation of soldiers before I saw them infesting the market ahead. Wearing scarlet armor and crimson Tier 2 tattoos inked across their foreheads, unlike the paint equally gifted civilians wore, they eyed colorful blankets spread with dried spices and spoke the capital tongue.